everyone, so this morning I am off to Walmart and also to a pet store to get Milo some canned food because he hasn't really been on canned food regularly, but I'd like to start making it like a part of his diet. But I might go online first and see if I can order it cheaper online because I'd rather just like kind of buy it in bulk than just like buy a couple things. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I just need to buy a couple of things from Walmart before I can finish some custom orders for my Etsy shop. So definitely did not want to go to Walmart this morning, but it was kind of like a forced thing. So my hair is still wet from the shower. I don't have like any makeup on, but you know, who cares? Like, it's Walmart. So I got my polyfill for Etsy orders. Just got out of Walmart and I already went to the pet store, but Walmart is like literally insane. Actually, all of my town is literally insane, like today. I live in a very small town. I have there's like a population of 8,000 people, which, I mean, some people might think that's big, but it's fairly small. And normally, like if you go to Walmart or wherever in town, there's no traffic on the road, like you can get in and out, whatever, but like I could like barely switch lanes to get into Walmart today. And when I went in Walmart, all of the checkouts had like super long lines. I went through the self-checkout, so I didn't have to stand in line, but it was just like literally insane and I have no idea why. Also, the fire department's here and the news channel's here. Like, it's not on fire or anything, but like the news people are like interviewing the fire people. So I don't know, there's like something going on this weekend. I have no idea what it is, unless it's just, you know, busy. I don't know, but I thought I would show you what I get for Milo's food. So I recently switched him. He used to be on Merrick food, which I really like. It's a non-grain formula food, but he was just having a lot of runny poop on it, and I don't know if it was the food's fault or what, but I feel like since I've switched him, he's actually gotten a lot better. So I switched him to From, which is a company that is made in Wisconsin, which is the state I live in, and it's just a super natural pet food. It isn't grain-free, which is something I don't really like about it, but it has a lot more whole ingredients, I feel like, than Merrick. Like, it has like more whole meat in it versus like more processed meat. So I got some canned food for him. He's on the dry food as well. So I'm gonna try to see if I can order it online though, because like buying it can by can is kind of expensive. So I want to see if I can like order it in bulk. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go home and charge my camera because it is flashing the battery light at me. So it has been a while since I picked the camera up, and basically that's because, first of all, it was charging and it finally finished, but then I was working on some custom orders for my Etsy shop. I'm almost finished with my batch that I have going on, so I'm like making a ton at once. So I'm almost finished with that. I wanted to finish it today, but some things came up and I'm gonna have to finish it tomorrow morning. And after that, I just started feeling pretty out of it. I took a medication for the first time this morning. It's a medication to help with my POTS, and we're not sure how it's gonna do with my system. I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day, and I only took it once today, and I'm having a ton of side effects. So I've been like being really like chilled all of a sudden and like cold, but I've read that that is kind of normal with this medication, so it's really not a big deal. The other one is that I am extremely drowsy. Like, I don't even know how to describe this feeling of tiredness. Like, I feel like sometimes I can't even like move or like get up and walk. So that's a little bit annoying, and it kind of put a stop to my Etsy orders, which is why I didn't get them finished tonight. So after that, I was just like, oh, maybe it's, you know, drowsiness is just an effect that will go away. Then I started feeling shaky, and I took my blood pressure. My blood pressure is fine, which is good, but my heart rate sitting down, it was averaging 110. and then it went up to 125, and all I was doing is sitting here like you see now. And then I got it down, like I laid down for a bit and I got it down to 75, which is pretty good. But then when I stood up, it went to 140. So yes, my heart is just going all over the place, which I think could be contributing to my drowsiness. But I told you guys I would show you what I brought in my bag when I went to the cardiologist, so I want to show you everything that I brought. Some things I already took out, so I'm going to show you those first. The first thing I brought is my pulse ox. This is a pulse oximeter that I got from Amazon. It was like one of the highest rated ones, and it was about like $19, I think, and really happy I got this. It's very useful. The second thing that I brought with was my blood pressure monitor, and this is by Omron. I don't know if you can even read this, but it's by Omron, and it is I don't remember the model of it, but it's the model that allows you to connect your phone through Bluetooth with it, so you can connect your phone with an app, and then all of your heart rates or all of your blood pressures will go into your phone. Sorry, I'm really out of it, so if this doesn't make sense, that's why. This was about like $70, I believe, and I got it at Walmart, I think. So this is a really good thing to have. The reason I brought the pulse ox and the blood pressure cuff is I had a list of pictures and stuff showing my heart rate changes over the past couple months, and I wasn't sure. Some cardiologists like to test your systems against theirs, so you can take your blood pressure machine into a cardiologist and they'll make sure it's accurate. And I just brought the pulse ox too, just in case they wanted to do that, but they didn't end up needing to make sure mine was accurate. When I ordered these, I made sure I got like the most accurate ones I could, so honestly I think they're pretty accurate. But I brought them with because some cardiologists do want you to like test and see if they're like right and accurate. Sorry, I have a cat attacking me right now. He's attacking my strings on my shirt. So the next thing I brought was some snacks, and that's because it was a 3.5-hour drive. We did stop and get some meals at restaurants on the way, but I needed some snacks. I already took them out of here though. I brought some pretzels, and then I also brought animal crackers with. And then I also brought some gum. So I have 2 packages in here. I don't know why, but I always need gum because gum is important. I go through like so much gum. This is the gum I like. It's the, let's see if it will. This is the gum that I like. It's the 5 Winter Mint. It's called like Ascent or something. I don't even know how to say it, but that is the kind of gum that I've been using for years and I love it. Am I focused? The next thing I brought is lotion because my hands have been insanely dry. I get like pretty severe dry hands in the winter for the past couple years now, to the point where they're just so hard and rough. They just bleed all over all the time and it's so bad. I don't know why they're so bad, but I just have some lotion that I got from a hotel, so it's just like a little travel version, because I currently don't have any lotion on hand, like normal sized lotion. So I am back. I had to flip my food that's in the oven, like turn it over. But the next thing in my bag that I brought, actually I think this is the last thing I brought, and that is the binder that I put together the other day. This is a binder that I bought that I think when I was like 10, maybe I was like 12, but I bought it for school a long time ago, and I'm just now, or I am using it to this day. So, alright, so this is the first thing that I brought in the binder, and it says my symptoms, and I just wrote out all of my symptoms, and then I also hand wrote some stuff that I forgot to put on the list before I printed it out. And I didn't know like how I was gonna give these symptoms to the doctor. I wasn't sure if I was gonna read them to him. You know, every doctor is like a little bit different, but when I got there, my doctor was extremely like, well, extremely wanting to like know everything and know all my symptoms, and he actually read the whole sheet himself and then had the nurse go take a copy of it so that he could keep a copy. So I thought that was interesting because I didn't think most doctors like really look at the stuff that you bring in, but apparently he did, which I'm really thankful for. And then behind here I just have a huge thick, I don't know if you can see that, but it's super thick, and those were all of my test results from my autonomic testing that I had done this summer. And my autonomic test results actually came back inconclusive, meaning, I don't even know if that's the right word. Basically, I tested and showed that there was nothing like significantly wrong with me in my autonomic tests. But I can go into that in a different video. And then I brought this, which was my journal thing that I made. It has all the pictures of my blood pooling and like my heart rate changes. So there's some pictures of my pulse ox. So this was super helpful. If you think that you have some sort of illness and like you cannot get it diagnosed, start keeping a journal. Like, I thought this was going to be like a useless thing, but the doctor read through it all. He was very interested in it, and it actually helped me get diagnosed with POTS. So this was a very useful tool for me to bring. And I started logging this in June, but I didn't start doing it regularly until I think it was September or August of this year. So I only did a couple months worth of symptom logs. But yes, there's that. And then there's nothing really else in this binder. So that was all that was in there. And the last thing in my bag is actually the packet they gave me after I was diagnosed with POTS. So the first thing in here is this sheet of paper. So as you can see up here, this was my problem list, basically meaning all of my diagnoses. And because they're not my normal clinic, they only have 2 of mine in here. So they have POTS, which is what I was just diagnosed with, and then they have OCD, which I don't know how they knew I had OCD. I never told them, so I don't know. I had faxed one set of records to them, so that one must have said that I had OCD on it. So yeah, they definitely need the rest of my records, but I need to get going on getting all that. And then they gave me this, like advertisement thing for the company Salt Stick. And this company, I believe, I'm not like gonna 100% say this, but they work with Dysautonomia International, and basically I think they helped create this product for people with POTS and symptoms like this. So yes, I'm gonna be probably start taking these, but I have a lot of medications that different doctors have been putting me on. So I like to take one medicine at a time because, for example, the med that I took this morning ended up having like a bad side effect. If I would have taken 3 new meds this morning, I wouldn't have known which med was causing me that side effect. So I need to like go in order of importance. So this morning I started taking my POTS medication, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be continuing it just because of how awful I feel. But then they gave me a bunch of samples, and these are just Salt Stick samples. And they're just little pills of electrolyte salts, and it's basically pretty natural. It's just electrolytes. So yes, I'm going to be taking these. That is everything that I brought with and everything that I got from the doctor. So not sure if that was interesting, but I thought I would go ahead and show you. So I thought I would show you a little bit of my nightly routine. It's not like an official video or anything, but I was getting ready for bed and I was like, why not? Even though I feel so sick right now. I just finished eating supper and I am so nauseous that I feel like I'm like gonna gag and throw up. I know that sounds gross. Don't feel well at all. And then my heart rate is also like going like crazy, so that doesn't make you feel any better when you're already feeling sick. So anyways, I'm going to show you what I do, kind of just like what I do with the pets at night. I'm already kind of in pajamas. I have pajama pants on, But I don't have a pajama shirt on yet, but Milo is very excited for his supper. And this is what happens when you feed the bunnies on a really hard day. Just really out of breath. Pulse is at 155, 157, you know, just chilling. So I think it's just a really bad day because I think the medication is messing with my system. I thought the medication was supposed to decrease my heart rate, but I've been having a lot of issues with it increasing. So I don't know if that's a side effect. A possible side effect is to have an increase of heart rate, or if like just because the medication wore off, if it's like flaring. I don't know, but I'm like shaking and I'm like sweating from like doing nothing. Like, anyways, I need to finish doing my nightly routine. That's pretty much it for today's vlog. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon on a new one. Bye.